All right, here we have another GCF question. Notice that this time we have a trinomial, not a binomial, so it's a little bit more difficult only because we have three terms instead of two this time. So we're going to take a look at every single term separately. So first we're going to take a look at the numbers. Now the numbers, first we have a 9, right? And 9 can be separated into 3 times 3. Now I'm not going to do that twice, so I'm just going to write 3 times 3 for this 9, and then I'm going to write 3 times 3 for this 9. Now let's do 63. 63 is 7 times 9. 7 is a prime, so we can stop there, and then 9 is 3 times 3. So for 63, we have 3 times 3 times 7. Okay, now we're going to take a look at our x's. Here, first for the first one, we have x to the 6, so that's times x times x. I'm just going to skip that times symbol and put in 6 x's. There they are. And the next one, we have 3 x's, 1, 2, 3. And then the next one, we have 2 x's, 1, 2. Now these are all multiplying each other. And then in the middle, we have a minus here, and we have a minus here. Okay, let's take a look at what they have in common. So the first 3 terms, let's just take a look at the numbers that they have in common. Every single one of them has a 3. And in fact, every single one of them has another 3. Okay, now remember this is 3 times 3, and 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, now let's take a look at the x's. So let's see, they have 1x in common, they have a second x in common, and that's it, because that third term only has 2 x's. So that's x squared. Okay, so that's all we can take out. So now that we've determined that that's all we can take out, we're going to get rid of all of that and see what we have left. Okay, so here now be careful. You see this last one, I'm crossing everything out. That's not a 0, that's a 1. Okay, so be careful there. All right. So I'm going to open that up. Let's see what I have left here. Here I have 4 x's, so that's x to the 4th. Here I have a 7 and an x, so that's 7x. And remember, for the last one, I have a 1. And make sure that you bring those minus signs down. Okay, so there's your answer. 9x squared times x to the 4th minus 7x minus 1. I'm just going to show you another way to do this in case you're not really into the prime factorization. So just keep watching if you want to see another way. All right, so here we are again. So the first thing you would do is take a look at every single number and decide what the greatest common factor is of every number. So just by looking, I know that 9 is the greatest common factor. And for the variables, what you do is you choose basically the most that could go into any which one. And x squared is the most that could go into all of them. So I would take x squared out of there. Okay. Then what you do is you divide every single one of them by the greatest common factor. So I'm going to have 9x squared, 9x squared, and 9x squared. All right. I'm going to open up the parentheses. Okay, 9 divided by 9 is 1. X to the 6th divided by x squared is x to the 4th. bring the minus sign down. 63 divided by 9 is 7. X to the third divided by x squared is x. Bring the minus sign down. 9 divided by 9 is 1. X squared divided by x squared is 1, so this is just 1. And notice I got the same answer as we got before. You do not need that 1 in the beginning right here. We can erase that. Okay, so that's optional. All right.